Hello to all gamers. We are out here on a Saturday, no less, playing some Super Auto Pets. Having a great time on the patch. I don't know what happened, but the parrot is like my favorite animal that's ever existed now. Hold on, we've had a Windows update. Why does that mean I have to adjust my camera? I don't know. Maybe we had an earthquake as well. How does this feel? This feels okay. Yeah, let's send it. Okay, I'm a big believer in a food-driven economy first. Freeze me. I want to see a bee. We did not see a bee. I'm a big believer in a bluebird, at least temporarily. Will be the gasping buttocks. I don't know. Sour eggplant is pretty good too. Why do they call it an eggplant, man? Like, it doesn't look like an egg, for one. It's long and purple. But anyway, the other thing I was going to say is I'm a big believer in the bee. I would like to see a ladybug, a bird, or a beetle. I'll be straight up with you, okay? Normally, I'd go ant here, but I think we get huge plays from this son of a gun right here, and I really respect the value of this bee. 2-3-2-1, 2-4, 2-4, 4-4 plus a bee. It's hard to imagine a world where we lose this round. And yet, no, we win. We were stacked at the back, okay? This is a very good start for the early game. How it will go into the mid game, nobody knows yet. So I combine. Level 2 is fantastic. We know we want a rabbit on our side. Let's roll. Meat's pretty good. Let's get a swan. And then straight up, I'm going to give the swan the Schmeat ball there. Move him up to the front. I don't think a swan's going to really do that much as an 8-4 or an 8-4. But I was just going to say, sometimes people don't have their strong animals, or their animals that are strong at the front are not that strong. And that's exactly how we end up keeping, adhering nicely to our power curve right now. Straight up, you go. You stay for now. Roll me. We're looking for targeting foods. We got a targeting food. Let's feed this swan. We want to justify its existence, get it sticking around here a little longer. Meat doesn't seem that apropos at the time. I would roll once for maybe a better food. Honestly, I'm a believer that the cupcake can do some work for us here. And all of a sudden, we got an 11-9 bee ladybug down at the back. We got a 7-10 swan up at the front. Like, this is, admittedly only temporary on the swan front, but this is like an early to mid-game superstar build. Everything's coming up roses right now. Garlic's a big part of this. I think what we actually want to do, though I hate to admit it, is say goodbye to the bee meta that served us okay, and now we'll put garlic on this unit, which means they could probably move around a little bit. I absolutely do not mind a tropical fish in this situation. Let's get another one frozen. Let's freeze a snail as a just in case. Let's continue to buff our swan just a little bit. Now, we don't want to run into something like with splash damage. We don't want to run into an insanely early hippo. This would be devastating. That doesn't really bother us too much. But everything else is doing okay right now. Still doing okay. The hard part for us is finding a way to send this one into the late game. Because the early game is set. We'll sell that bird. It's done good work. But now we can get 2 rabbits out here. Roll me. I don't know what. I guess we're just looking for more targeted food. A hatching chick, I'm not totally sold on it, man. Just being honest. A swan, I do. Oh, dude, you got to keep a tropical fish around too. Okay, I'm not good. The garlic is what we want at some point, but for now, 6-11. I'm going to keep you like this. I actually think this tropical fish leveling up could be the thing that allows us to propel into the late game. I'm a little scared of this sheep. I'm just going to be honest with you. I see that sheep at the back. You had me perturbed. That's a very interesting build. You sucked a little HP out of me there. Okay, so we start here. We get to level 5. Level 5 cow. It seems like a fantastic time to put a worm out there. Now, I'd love to do it with 2 rabbits, but we can't really do that. So let's combine. Can takes us to 5. Buy a cow. Sell a cow. Buy a worm. Feed the worm both milks. And all of a sudden, I mean, that's a unit that's getting pretty strong pretty fast. And then we'll just move you to the front. We can now put a rabbit in the back as well. Deer also could have been good here, but I'm a sucker for animals that are, like, you know, forgotten. The worm is not very well respected. Not Dennis Rodman. I think he probably gets an appropriate level of respect now, at least since the release of The Last Dance. Look at that. But the worm is still, it doesn't, I'm just saying, if we're talking about classics, does its name get brought up? The answer is no. No, it doesn't. So we have something to invest in that, in theory, could take us to the late game. That's a dream right there. That's a dang dream. Targeted food, please. No targeted food. We'll get the swan level up next time to give us another level 6. An attempt was made. That's okay. Honestly, like, we want, even if it's only for a couple of rounds, we want garlic on our worm. It's a bit spicy here. But they don't have much in the tank after that first unit, so I'm feeling pretty good. You may hear a little bit of the vacuum cleaner, by the way. I apologize, but we're working on a very limited amount of time to accomplish everything. We're wedging all of our responsibilities into baby nap time, okay? So have mercy is all I ask. Chili pepper might be a bit of an interesting play here. I think you maybe freeze this because food is more valuable right now. Okay, this is where you got to start just thinking. I think you take your rabbit up a level. 2 freezes. And I'm very content with the way this looks. So we're at 6 wins heading into round 9. Feeling pretty good, quite frankly. Feeling pretty good about the way things look here. Certainly that has not changed. Tropical fish has not fallen off yet. The 2 stat points are like, they're worth something. That being said, now I'm like, maybe it has fallen off because we have the chance to get a cow. But just work with me for a second here. I think we're going to do this and this. Mostly because we can. We're going to unfreeze this. I think at this point we can probably say, okay, sure. With a level 2 rabbit and a worm, let's sell the tropical fish, buy a cow, feed the worm 2 times. Like, it's getting very strong. Roll me. I sleep. Roll me again. We can't have... Can't is a strong word. We shouldn't run, in my opinion, a seal and a worm. They cannibalize one another. But if we didn't have a worm, we would be considering a seal for certain. Dude, I don't know. Like, this is cracked. I got very little to concern myself with right now. We're at 8 wins. We're scaling nicely. Took a little bit of setup time, but we got there. I think you sell your cow, just so we maximize the chances of the right units getting the right stuff here. Scorpion, you can always just put one in, right? Then, love to see the sushi working out well for us. You know what? I don't know if we even need to feed you anymore. And your attack's not quite there, but that's kind of okay. A little late for a bison IMO. Microbe, always interesting, right? I don't think it works at all for us, but interesting to think about. Let's buy a squirrel for now and freeze a pear, I guess. I don't know. That'll make our food a little bit cheaper, which is fantastic. I do think we should run into a degree of trouble at some point. Of course, I'm being made to look like a liar right now. We lost literally our front unit and then our back unit to some snipers, but take one of those. We really just want you to be able to attack a little harder. I think you got to sell you. Probably just roll a scorpion. I don't want to call my shot because, you know, that's a little BM. But things are looking... Oh, I almost fed the scorpion. We might feed it with sushi anyway, but... And we did indeed. Look at... I don't know. Maybe that's a scorpion that kills 2 units now. All I don't really want to level up our Swan, quite frankly, but I feel like we're in an insanely good spot here. Like, we're kind of cracked. The Scorpion, like, could not have gone better. I mean, that's just insane. So I think we had the main thing that worked well for us there. We just had an insanely strong early game, and that's all it took. So I love a bee. I love some food. Or I should say I love a ladybug. I love a bee, but you get the idea. What? Okay, we could have 3-9 or 2-8 with a bee, which would actually be 3-9. Let's get these three out here first. So this is a very losable first round. We'll be the sniffing swimmers. There's a very realistic chance we lose this first round, and I don't see a path for us to not lose this one. But from this point onwards, like, we're gonna look pretty strong, at least for a bit. I think you can get a 2-3. Roll once. Nothing appeals to me. B at the unit on the back. You might ask, why not put the food on the beetle? Because the beetle gives +1/+1 to everything in the shop when it's fed. And the ladybugs get the buff if anybody eats. It doesn't matter if it's them. The real reason is that I think a ladybug is more likely to stick around. Whereas a... we gotta try to make the new dog work. The beetle, I tend to kick off the squad, like, pretty soon. So I think a dog this early is as good as it's ever been. It's just harder to get it early. Let's buy a spider, because it works well with our dog. We'll freeze a pill, which will give us the buffs on these guys next time. And honestly, it's a bit weird, because we could buy food and get a nice buff, but I don't know how prudent that is. I'm gonna do a sell me, a buy me for the dog. A sell me, don't hit this ladybug. Love to see that. And a buy me. And I think even though, let's keep the bee at the back for a moment. Then next turn, we're going to probably combine our ladybugs. Probably. We're going to pill the spider. It's somewhat likely, but not guaranteed. Oh, wow, look at that. Pretty strong. The value of an ant. It's somewhat likely, albeit not guaranteed, that we would sell whatever the spider creates. But let's see. Yeah, 2/2 blowfish doesn't really appeal to me. Now, for 4, let's just think about this. We can buy a cricket for 3. Pill it for 1. That's 4. You get 1 stat, 2 stat. Really, it costs us 3 to get 2 stats, but you also get 1 more buff. That's not that bad. It's mostly I'm doing this because it's funny, but... Okay, and another ladybug is certainly mighty interesting. You know what I think you can do here is roll a tabby cat and then give the tabby cat a little cupcake just to buff your beetles that much more. I don't know how long we're going to be sticking with this tabby cat, and I also don't know. I mean, 7/6 on turn 4, that's a pretty good dog. It's almost as good as this guy's beaver. I know what I said. Well, we came out smelling pretty good on this one. We could try to set up like a little streak. This is not yet as strong as our last one, but there's something to like for sure. So I think maybe we're probably... You know what? We could... This is crazy. Sell me, buy me. At this point, I like the idea of getting 2 level 2 ladybugs, then combining them when we see fit in order to skip another tier. This is 2 gold for 5 stat points. It would be nice if they went to the dog. That's also fine. Actually, totally fine. Let's buy a tropical fish, and let's make sure that tropical fish is hitting the units we want it to hit. Then it's not great. If it's not great, then freeze garlic to give to the dog, and instead just give your tabby cat that buff again, so you get this awesome attack bonus. We're definitely kind of wilding out, you know? Like, we're running some builds that are atypical, to put it politely. But, I mean, they maybe didn't go against the strongest competition on that one, but still, we got a nice proof of concept. my opinion, simply put, I think it's a little late for Puppy. I think you gotta go, or the Garlic's gotta go. I think we could probably dump the Tabby Cat, but not for any of these. I'm a believer without a doubt in the value of what a rabbit can do for us. We could probably start to not worry about the bee at the back, although it does make a difference. And then feed our dog, which is doing something. I like that. Honestly, we can start to think about... I know I'm freezing the whole shop here. I'm kind of going off. I'm a little bit avant-garde, feeling a little silly right now. Garlic on the dog is going to do some serious damage here. Absolutely true. Okay, so that takes us to 4. I think we're coming close to like the peak on our power curve for this particular team. At some point, we should probably acknowledge this is better. We're still only 1 away from getting the level up, so I like that. But now, do we want a sheep? It's an easy level 3 with a pill, but I always find that play is like more... Well, I don't know. I think I underrated a little bit, but that's because it requires buying 3 sheep, which the cost of that doesn't bother me. It's more that the odds of seeing 3 sheep kind of bothers me, I guess. But stranger things have happened. Obviously, we could do like a beaver buy sell. I think we should unfreeze you. I apologize to the sheep stands out there, but I think this is better for us. I still like that bee at the back. Maybe it's just for a flourish, but I do not mind it. It's a bit spicy. That is bad. That's legitimately terrible. Okay. How can you be called Steph Lover 4? I don't understand. All right. Okay, good. Let's can, even though it doesn't help out this ladybug. Bye. Level 3. 1, 3, 3, 3. That's not great, but hold on. This allows us to get back to 4. The stats off of this are still really good. 1, 3. We just want it to be like this. Tropical fish buffing. We need the tropical fish to be right of the dog, but we could have the ladybug at the front, like here, so it's still getting the stats. 5, 3, 1. Yeah, okay. This is okay. Roll once. Not great. You need garlic. Your bee's not doing it anymore. We're actually close to lethal. This is a little scary. But our team is pretty strong. Someone with the golden poop running this squad. It scares me, but first off, I love the name, Onion Boy. I think also this is just somebody who's looking to have some fun, and I respect that. You know what? It's a great opportunity for us to sell the tropical fish and put our trust in a seal, which can slot right in there. It will get the... No, the dog's getting the level 3, but... Oh, but you're a 5? You're a 5 now, too. It's okay, it's okay. It's good. Maybe. Garlic me? Salad me? Let's go! Huge plays, huge plays. Okay, roll. Level 2 dog is very important, although it's very late. And the buffalo might be, like, the right play, but we're gonna stall on that. I think it's a little late for the buffalo to really reach, like, peak usefulness. We probably want to replace a rabbit, at least conceptually speaking. This is not good. We're going to go down to lethality here. I see this person all the time. But I'm not yet too frightened. Honestly, I think I'm willing to get rid of our poodle in order to make the space to do what needs to be done here. I don't think it was doing enough for us. Now, we have to be careful because, like, we can't level you and buy something else this turn. So I think we'll wait on your level until the next turn. Why don't you freeze me? Roll once. I think as fun as an owl can be, I think this is skunk territory. Might not have our squad outlaid properly here, but let's see. I mean, our dog is better. Garlic on our sheep or on our seal's gonna do. Okay, we're dead. That's fine. It's funny that our more traditional run didn't even get close, but I think we can run one back. Okay. 2-4-3. I'm gonna try a little something different. This is gonna be a 2-squad Marty with a 2-4 and a 2-3 with a B on it. Give me an ant for our future, and honestly, give me one more B. I'm a big believer in those Bs early game, man. Just because literally one person was like, you should try running Bs more often in the early game, and I was like, that would be lovely. What a great idea. Okay, we came out with a tie there. This is actually fine. Roll me. Sure, we'll get a level 2 ants. I'm not particularly thrilled about it, but because I find that it makes it harder to pill. But I guess another way of thinking about something being harder to pill is that it has more utility, which is why it's hard to give it that utility, if you will. Why not, man? Okay, so like, I definitely think early game you can run a tropical fish. So let's, I mean, we've been doing it kind of ad nauseum, so we might as well commit here. Let's freeze this ant. I don't know, if we wanted to get like insanely annoying, you got the wheels in my head are turning a little bit now, okay? Because now I'm looking at all of this and I'm going, you know what would really hit the spot? 3 pills, level 2B, and all of a sudden maybe we're off to the races. I think the dream B play is if you can get to a level 3B and a bison, then the bison can win you the game. That's my hope, at least. But, you know, we don't have to do it just yet. We can maybe freeze 1 pill, roll once. Honestly, at this point, we might as well commit to the bit. We are at 2 wins in 3 rounds as well, which is very, very funny to me. So I think what we want to happen, we win this round too, is we pill the ant last so the ant can hit the bee. So in terms of what gets pilled first, probably start with you and just keep a bee out here. And then for the time being, honestly, let's just roll a hatching chick. And let's have our bee get tankier. There's no denying, by the way, that the man has lost his mind. We don't have to ever kill our ants. If it gets to level 3, we can use that as our bison enabler, I guess. Just remember, like, pills are very important for us to see. We can put garlic on you instead so we don't kill you by accident. I'm not saying this one's gonna do it. I'm just saying it has the potential. I honestly don't know what we went up against there. There's level 3. A llama? I guess, maybe. Roll me? No pill. Straight up, I'm putting garlic on you, man. Because we could also get a level 3 hatching chick that just levels our bee up if we can just get a couple more bees. Okay, garlic's going to blow you out until the ox. But honestly, the rest of our squad is not great. Don't get me wrong, but the fish at the back is doing some work. Especially because it got hit by the ant buff, I guess. But, okay, nothing here. Although, to be honest with you, I know what I just said, but we can put a bee on our hatching chick. We're looking for pills. Don't see them. Fish, not today. Pills. We do see a buffalo. Okay, you know what? You got to do what you got to do. The buffalo must exist and be out here. Pill me. Wonderful news. I'm not going to worry about getting you to level 2 then. Because I will just pill you instead and then combine the bees. One more. Really want to see a pill, but that's okay. I know that this is the the ravings of a madman. This is madman's insight, but there's a part of me that sees a future for us. Not on this particular round. But I think when you see the B opportunity, you got to take the B chance. So let's pill. Let's pill the fish. I hate to say it. Combine. I mean, we could roll 2 buffaloes for a minute. We'll get off of that plan. We don't really want to apply a B to anything else yet. But we could buy a turtle and then pill it in the future. Okay. Now this, we're still a long way from lethality. Kind of. But we should definitely start to think about, like, how are we going to pull out a win here if such a thing is even within the realm of possibility. That was not fantastic, obviously. Maybe we've lost it slightly. I think the first thing we should do is buy a turtle. I know we could just pill you, but buy a turtle, give it a B, pill it in front of our bison. And then now we got some melon armor. You go to level 2. We have a tiger. I don't know. I guess, sure. Could have a tiger that gives plus 10, I guess. No? Okay. Oh, it's only in battle. So we have to put it behind the ants, but whatever. Life goes on. This looks better. Maybe not sorted necessarily, but definitely better. Hey, look at that. Thanks to the tigers and the bees. How are we going to get that going, man? We want to see some chocolate. That's what we want to see. Lovely. You need it. Chocolate or pill? I think we need that as well, but we're looking for chocolate or pill. Honey to apply to something, maybe, but let's not freeze it yet. I will just take you up a level. You might as well go behind the ant, I guess, so we get a little bit of an extra buff out of you. But we're not rolling the optimal squad. What we're rolling is some kind of monster, and we're gonna die to this one, unfortunately. But we have 1 heart to make it happen. I'd at least like to see a level 3B. That would hit the spot. So pill me, combine me, roll me. And remember, we can have a tiger run behind something that has a disproportionate impact. Like two level 1 skunks might be something. It's not a lot, for the record, but it might be something. And then let's keep that bison going. And, if our bison melon armor doesn't get sniped last round, we're in a much better spot. But this is where we're in, like, hopes and dreams territory. That's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. But you know what? We got 6 wins trying to get to a level 3B. We had 10 wins at the start of the video. That gave us the space to go crazy. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for your support. We'll keep memeing it up. I'll see you next time.